Alright guys, what's going on? This is Otis here, and today I've got some basic tank tactics that I want to share with everyone. And I know most people probably know about this, some don't. Depends on how much you actually stay in the vehicles and whatnot. Because I know some people, like tanks, some people just don't like them, stay away from all the vehicles. But this game, or these clips are on hardcore, so it's pretty much it's a one shot, one kill for all the infantry as long as you get the shell anywhere pretty much near them. Which is pretty nice, which is one thing why I'm definitely liking hardcore a lot better. It's definitely harder to control the tanks, not really control the tanks, but I would say stay alive unless you have a repairman that's in your gunner seat or in your third seat. But, I mean, just the basic thing with your tank priorities is obviously going to be tank versus tank. That's going to be your main focus if they're there in LAV, depending on the type of map you are. And then the second is certain ground guys with the rocket launchers, because in hardcore at least you die a lot quicker, and you also don't have your health bar like on your lower right hand side of the tank, and so you really have to watch out for the signals that are on the tank when it's warning, the beeps, and really know what is what. And I definitely have to recommend, especially in hardcore mode, is I use the thermal. I know a lot of people, it's probably mixed between thermal and reactive armor. For me, I would personally rather have the thermal because I just want to know where the people are a lot quicker. I know some people use the optics too for the tank, and it's more of the personal preference. I like the thermal. You're just able to see the people, see them quicker and engage them, when you want to, instead of rolling up on a guy sitting in a corner with a rocket launcher, and you can't see him until it's too late. And right here is a good example of a tank versus tank, where the guy, I don't know why he jumped out if he was repairing or whatnot, but you always want to try to hit the tanks in the turret, because even if they have reactive armor, they will still take the normal damage as if there was no reactive armor, whether you hit them in the front or side. And of course with tanks, you always want to try to hit them in the back, because that is their most vulnerable. And with the RPG or rocket, you will get a disable if you hit them directly in the back. And luckily in these first few clips too, I did have a guy in the gunner seat that was repairing me, and that's very crucial for the tanks. And pretty much what I'm using too, or what I always use, is the thermal, obviously, the guided shell, which I think is probably the better out of all like the other things. I know there's the canister shell, which actually I would prefer the canister shell on Snare Crossing, just because it's a lot shorter and a smaller map, and just it's a very good anti-personnel weapon to switch to very quickly to engage them, especially on that like a close quarters Snare Crossing map, or even on the Dave Neon Peak or whatever too. And I've got the second half of the video clips are from that map, which I would almost recommend even using that one on possibly on that map, or even on Noshar with the canister shell sometimes with the tanks, because definitely in Battlefield, there's not really that many people that jump in the seats. And there was a one shot, one kill pretty much on the tank right there. I think he was, I don't know if he was disabled or not, because he was moving at pretty good speed. But it's just aiming for the turret. That's what it's all about too. And when you're using that guided shell, you also want to aim up a little bit once you get your lock on, because if you're more likely to aim up, you're more likely to hit the turret, and you'll cause more damage if you're doing your head-on-head. So you don't have to worry about the reactive armor as much. And definitely too, I mean, like in these like close quarters, like I just, the thermal, I just like it so much better because I'm able to see where everyone's at and just engage them a lot quicker. With thermal optics, you kind of get focused on one section of the map, which is never good in the tank, because your turret's on a swivel. You need to be moving around the whole entire time in the tank, because when you're not moving around, you're focusing on one target too much, whether it's a tank on tank or a guy shooting you with a rocket launcher. That's usually when you die, when someone runs up behind you with C4, because your gunner's looking at the tank, or you have someone on the third seat and no one's watching like behind you or your sides. And that's when you're definitely at your most vulnerable, when you're engaging a target for definitely an extended period of time. So I mean, it's always something that I try to do. I do forget it a lot. And definitely too, you want to go with backup too, because in this last part of the gameplay right here, I just ran up and just wanted to take people out. I did have one guy in the gunner seat. When we did get hit, he ended up jumping out and repairing, and then he ended up dying. But it was pretty much, I just went so far forward with the whole entire team that it was just basically a suicide mission almost. And I do end up repairing it, jumping out here and getting a few like repairs, jumping back in, getting a few more kills. But I mean, there's just everyone was just so far away. Oh, I do like this kill right here where I jump out, I kill him with the repair torch, and then I continue repairing the tank, which I thought was pretty funny. But, you know, I'm definitely going to do another tank tactics guide, but, you know, it's something that I enjoy is the tank. But if you guys end up liking the video, let me know, and I will, you know, I'll definitely do some more, I just don't know when. But, you know, thanks for watching, guys.